Have you ever felt like you're carrying an invisible weight? A sense of discouragement, anxiety, or fear that seems endless? As if no matter how hard you try, your life is stuck in an unbreakable cycle? If you're watching this video, know that it's no accident. The universe has brought you here because it's time for change. There is a simple yet incredibly powerful technique that can raise your vibration and completely transform your reality. And today, I'm going to guide you through this process. Your vibrational frequency isn't fixed, it's dynamic, and you have the power to tune it to states of peace, love, and abundance. In this video, you'll learn how to take control of your energy and stop being a victim of circumstances, so you can become the co-creator of your life. Comment below, "I choose to vibrate high," and let that vibration spread throughout our collective field. The ideas we'll explore in this video aren't just inspiring, they're rooted in deep discoveries about the nature of reality made by one of the greatest consciousness scholars, Jacobo Grinberg. A Mexican scientist and tireless researcher of neurophysiology and spirituality, Grinberg dedicated his life to understanding how the human mind interacts with the universe. His work revealed that what we call reality isn't something fixed or external, but a vibrational construct shaped by the frequencies of our own mental field. According to him, everything we experience is filtered and projected by our mind in constant resonance with the neuronal field, an invisible matrix that connects all beings and events. Grinberg wasn't the only one to say this. Others, like David R. Hawkins, with his scale of consciousness, and spiritual masters like Neville Goddard, pointed to the same principle. Your vibration determines what you attract, perceive, and live. Once you understand that your inner state creates your outer reality, you hold the true power of transformation in your hands. In this video, you won't just learn a technique, you'll access a new paradigm of existence where every vibrational choice becomes a step toward expanding your consciousness. Many people go through life believing they're guided by chance. They think their experiences result from luck, bad luck, or uncontrollable external forces. However, few realize that the quality of the situations they face is a direct reflection of what they're vibrating. Your vibration is your energetic emission field, and although invisible, this field communicates with the universe constantly and relentlessly. Have you noticed how, on some days, everything seems to go wrong? People appear more hostile, situations become more complicated, and even small obstacles feel enormous. Now think of days when you wake up feeling good, with a light energy, and everything flows smoothly, positive encounters, synchronicities, great ideas. That's not coincidence, that's vibration. Vibration is a silent language you emit all the time. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions form a specific frequency, as if you were a radio station tuned to a particular reality. Thoughts of fear, anger, or scarcity lower your frequency. Meanwhile, feelings like love, gratitude, and enthusiasm instantly raise your vibration. This energetic emission not only shapes how you see the world, but also attracts matching events. It's the law of vibrational correspondence in action. Like attracts like. That means it's not enough to simply wish for something positive. You must vibrate in harmony with what you desire. Wishing for prosperity while vibrating fear about paying the bills creates conflict. Vibration prevails over isolated thought. The first step, then, is to become aware of what you're emitting, and that requires honesty. Ask yourself, what have I been feeling most often lately? Are my thoughts aligned with abundance or scarcity? Have I been cultivating hope or giving in to discouragement? What predominates in me isn't occasional moments, but consistent patterns. This inner investigation is the beginning of change, because only what's recognized can be transformed. When you realize that your current vibration results from emotional habits, mental choices, and automatic reactions, you understand that it can be reconfigured. Nothing is fixed. Your frequency is like a muscle. It can be trained, adjusted, and strengthened. It isn't about suppressing negative emotions, but about not identifying with them. Feelings are messengers, not verdicts. You can welcome sadness without letting it define your vibration. You can acknowledge fear and still choose to move forward with courage. Conscious choice is the first rung on the vibrational transformation ladder. Once you grasp this, you stop feeling like life's victim and start acting as co-creator. That's where true power is born, not in controlling the external world, but in mastering the frequency you emit. Because it's your vibration that tells the universe, this is what I'm made of. This is what I'm ready to experience. The reality you live is not only the result of external actions and decisions, but also of the energetic frequency you sustain internally. This principle is explained by one of the universe's most powerful laws, vibrational resonance. This law states that everything in the universe vibrates, and it does so at a certain frequency. When two frequencies are compatible, they connect, like two strings on a tuned instrument, that when one is played, the other resonates. This mechanism explains why you attract certain types of people, situations, and experiences. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you vibrate. This phrase, often repeated in spiritual circles, isn't just symbolic. It's a metaphysical fact validated by various esoteric traditions and more recently by studies in quantum physics and behavioral neuroscience. The universe is an interconnected, responsive energy field that answers directly to what you emit. Imagine two crystal glasses. When one is struck and vibrates at a certain frequency, the other, without being touched, begins to vibrate as well. That is resonance. In your life, it works the same way. If you vibrate fear, insecurity, and scarcity, you'll attract events and people who reinforce that state. If you vibrate courage, confidence, and gratitude, you'll attract experiences reflecting that energy. There's no judgment or punishment, only correspondence. Vibration creates the field. The field attracts what's in tune. This understanding radically changes how you interpret your experiences. Challenging situations stop feeling like punishments and start being seen as reflections of your inner field. And the great news is, the field can be transformed. Your vibration isn't a sentence, it's a choice. Vibrational resonance doesn't just explain why things happen, it offers a practical path for change. Once you adjust your frequency, the universe begins to respond differently. Subtle shifts occur, an unexpected meeting, a new opportunity, an answer that once seemed impossible. This happens because your vibrational field is sending a new signal, and the universe, following the law of resonance, reorganizes circumstances around you to mirror this new vibration. Jacobo Grinberg described this phenomenon as an alignment between mental fields and the unified neuronal field. He said reality is malleable, and that our experiences are the direct projection of our internal field. Therefore, by changing your vibration, you change the information you send to the universe, and consequently, you change the reality you receive back. This is the foundation of true transformation, changing inside to transform outside. Vibrational resonance is the mirror of your inner state. That's why learning to master your vibration is the key to co-creating a life aligned with what you truly want to live. Most people believe personal vibration is static, like an unchangeable personality trait. But the truth is exactly the opposite. Your vibration is dynamic, fluid, and changes throughout the day depending on many factors. Your thoughts, your emotions, the environment you're in, the people you interact with, and even what you consume with your eyes and ears. Let's illustrate this with a practical example. Imagine you wake up feeling energized, grateful, and confident. Your vibration at that moment is elevated. However, on your way to work, someone with heavy energy crosses your path. A person complaining, whining about life, or sharing negative news. If you're not mindful, that energy can contaminate your frequency, causing your vibration to drop without you even realizing it. The same happens when you consume content that generates fear, anxiety, or anger. like negative news, heated arguments, or destructive comments on social media. All of that interferes with your frequency. Just like food and sounds, the information you absorb is also vibration, and it adds to your energetic field. On the other hand, you can intentionally raise your vibration. A moment of silence, a deep breath, an act of kindness, or an inspiring piece of music is enough to shift your vibrational state. It's like changing the radio station from a heavy program to one that transmits joy and lightness. The key point here is your vibration oscillates, and it's up to you to monitor and direct that oscillation. What makes this dynamic even more interesting is the influence your vibration exerts on environments and people. When you're in high vibration, you can alter the field around you. Have you noticed how some people enter a room and immediately bring light, presence, and harmony? That's not luck or innate charisma. It's the consequence of a shielded vibration, a frequency that isn't easily disturbed by external influences. Jacobo Grinberg spoke about the interaction between individual energy fields and the unified field of consciousness. He affirmed that when you sustain a high vibration, it's as if you're programming the field around you. Thus, by raising your vibration, you not only change your own experience, but also positively influence everything around you. Understanding vibrational dynamics means realizing you don't have to wait until the end of the day to change your state. You can do it right now, this very moment. With every thought, every emotional choice, you decide which frequency you want to sustain. And this choice, as simple as it may seem, determines the quality of your life. The first stage of the vibrational elevation triad is presence. And although it seems simple, it's where most people fail. That's because we live in a world that constantly drags us out of the present moment. Thoughts about the future, worries about what hasn't happened yet, regrets about the past, all of this disconnects us from the only moment where vibration can truly be transformed. Now, being present means exiting the mind and returning to the body. It's recognizing that psychological time, this imaginary line of past and future that imprisons us, is an illusion. Life only happens here, in this exact instant. The past is memory, and the future is projection. When you understand this and anchor your consciousness in the present moment, your vibration automatically begins to reorganize. Taking deep breaths, feeling the weight of your body, noticing the sounds around you, observing your breathing. These are gateways to presence, and presence is the portal to vibrational elevation. Now is the point of power because it's where you can act, choose, and change your frequency. Fear and anxiety only exist when you're out of the now. The present in itself is neutral and offers the possibility of immediate peace. Jacobo Grinberg explained that consciousness has the power to shape reality, but this power is only accessed when the mind quiets and aligns with the field of pure perception. In other words, you must interrupt the automatic flow of thoughts and return to the body, to the real moment, to what is. If you want to experience this now, simply close your eyes for a few seconds, breathe deeply, and tune into your body. Feel your feet touching the ground, the air entering and leaving your lungs, the beat of your heart. Let these sensations guide you back to the present. When you do this, you break the chain of thoughts that feed dense vibrational states, and instantly your frequency begins to rise. Presence doesn't require intellectual understanding. It only asks that you be here. And in that state, you regain access to your true energy, which was fragmented between what has passed and what has yet to come. Presence brings clarity and centering. It's like pressing an internal button that says, "Now I'm here, and by being here, I can choose again." This is the start of vibrational transformation, because as long as your mind wanders among fears and memories, it will be impossible to change your frequency consistently. Presence is the foundation. Without it, any technique becomes fragile. With it, even the simple act of breathing becomes a portal to a new reality. If there's one emotion capable of transforming a person's energy in seconds, it's gratitude. Gratitude isn't just a nice feeling or a moral gesture. It's a highly powerful vibrational frequency, perhaps one of the most potent when it comes to raising your vibration and healing dense emotional states. And more than that, it's a decision, not a consequence. Many people believe they need extraordinary reasons to feel grateful. They wait for achievements, grand blessings, or big victories to activate that state. But this is a dangerous inversion. True alchemy happens when you decide to be grateful before any external evidence. When you cultivate gratitude for the simple fact of being alive, breathing, and having another chance to start over, you trigger an internal transformation that changes the quality of your vibrational field. Neuroscience has already proven that the state of gratitude activates brain areas associated with dopamine and serotonin, the neurotransmitters of well-being. But beyond that, gratitude generates a deep vibrational reorganization. It shifts focus from lack to abundance, from what's wrong to what's already right, and this shift in focus completely alters the frequency you emit. Jacobo Grinberg, studying expanded states of consciousness, found that elevated emotions like gratitude create coherence between the heart and the brain. This coherence is detectable by scientific equipment and represents an energetic alignment of mind, body, and field. It's in this state that your vibration reaches a level where the universe can begin to respond synchronously. Practicing gratitude is simple, but requires intention. It's not enough to say thank you automatically, you must feel it. A powerful practice is placing your hands over your heart, breathing deeply and asking yourself, what can I be grateful for right now? Even if everything seems difficult, there's always something. The mere fact of being here, learning, seeking to elevate yourself is a reason. This subtle practice begins to transform your frequency, as if reopening channels for energy to flow more freely. Gratitude doesn't demand everything be solved. It's the door that invites solutions. When you vibrate gratitude, you tell the universe, I recognize what I already have, and I'm ready to receive more. And the universe, in resonance, responds with more reasons to be grateful. This second step of the triad is the transition point. It lifts your vibration from survival mode to the field of conscious creation. When you truly activate gratitude, you heal old wounds, transform scarcity into a sense of abundance, and align with the frequency of love, the matrix of all manifestation. The third and final stage of the vibrational elevation triad is consciously choosing the frequency you want to sustain. Here lies the apex of your power, realizing that regardless of external circumstances, you can choose how you want to vibrate. This choice doesn't depend on external factors, but on an internal stance. It's an act of energetic sovereignty. Most people believe their emotional states are automatic reactions to events, and indeed for much of life they were. But spiritual and vibrational maturity begin when you understand you no longer have to be a slave to what happens outside. You can and must decide what you'll sustain within yourself. Jacobo Grinberg asserted that consciousness is creative and that reality is merely a response to the internal configuration we choose to maintain. That means if you maintain a frequency of love, even amid challenges, the field around you begins to reorganize to reflect that choice. It may not be immediate, but it's inevitable. The practice is straightforward and powerful. Once you're present and have activated the field of gratitude, sincerely ask yourself, how do I want to vibrate now? Then declare it with strength, feeling, and conviction. Speak from the soul. I choose to vibrate in love, or I choose to vibrate in peace, or I choose to vibrate in abundance. It's not about repeating empty phrases. It's about embracing a new energetic identity. This declaration must be felt. You need to embody the associated emotion, as if wearing a new vibrational garment. Feel it in your body, your breath, your posture. Imagine this frequency enveloping your field like a living aura, shaping not only your energy, but also how the world perceives you. This stage seals the new programming. It's when you stop reacting and start commanding. By consciously declaring your frequency, you send a clear signal to the field. This is who I am. This is what I'm ready to live. And as we've seen, the universe responds to who you are, not to what you want with insecurity or doubt. Vibrational choice is a commitment to a new identity, a decision you must renew daily until it becomes natural. It's like changing your internal station and getting used to a new broadcast. The more you consciously choose your vibration, the stronger it grows. And over time, that frequency begins to attract new people, opportunities, and ideas, an entirely new reality. You may not control the world, but you can decide the frequency with which you interact with it. And that decision, made with presence, gratitude, and intention, is what truly transforms lives in a real, profound way. Now that you understand the depth and power of your vibration, it's time to act. Knowledge without practice is lost, but application transforms. What you've learned here today isn't just theory. It's a real, accessible tool capable of changing your life right now. The vibrational elevation triad, presence, gratitude, and conscious choice, is a simple yet powerful path for reconnecting with your essence and co-creating a reality aligned with the very best you have to offer. I invite you to apply this practice tonight before you sleep. Try it for 7 consecutive days. Notice what changes. Feel how your perception, energy, and life begin to reorganize. If possible, share your experience in the comments. Your transformation might inspire others who are also seeking to raise their vibration. And if this content resonated with you, if it touched your heart in some way, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share this video with someone you love. Elevated vibration spreads, and you can be the start of a new frequency in the world. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, vibrate high and consciously choose who you want to be.